What's up guys, it's MTG Mage for you, and today we're jumping into the ladder, and as I promised you, I'm going to show you more of my Bant control deck, the optimized version that is. And let's go quickly through the deck and then go into some best of 3. So the whole idea of this deck is that we treat Felder Retreat as a win condition. Use the Landfall triggers to get a lot of cats out, pump them up, and outvalue our opponent, simply because with Felder Retreat all of our lands in our deck are extra value. So which means that on average we should have more value than our opponent, right? Same goes for Scoot Swarm, which there are 2 of in the deck. Scoot Swarm is more situational, but can really, since it has this exponential growth in creatures, it can end the game really well against creature-based decks, because in the early game it helps us actually survive by creating just blockers, and then when you ramp out we can quickly pump them out with Felder Retreat and win that way. So that's the basic idea, and the whole deck is built around that idea. So what does this mean? First off, we have a few of these dual lands from Zendikar Rising, most notably 4 Jawari Disruptions, which is just an excellent card. It's a counter spell, very situational, because our opponent can just pay 1. But sometimes our opponent is tapped out and then this is just a straight counter spell. So good value that, and if not, it's just a land, right? Land for our Landfall triggers. Then we got 2 Glasspool Mimics. They're basically there for the Dream Trawlers, but occasionally we can copy a Scoot Swarm, copy an Uro, or copy a Skyclave Apparition. And the last dual land here is Barligat Recovery. A 3-of lets us return a card from our graveyard to our hand. Can give us a lot of value if we need another Elspeth Conquered Staff, for example, or from the sideboard if we need another Shattered Sky against creature heavy decks. Can be really useful. And then the main change I made now in comparison to the last version is that first off I added 2 Skyclave Apparitions, which is just really absolutely excellent removal. We can remove anything with CMC 4 or less, and the opponent isn't even getting it back if he kills the Skyclave Apparition, so that he just gets this token with a maximum of 4/4, but since we are creature heavy, 4/4 is not really a problem for us. So added 2 of those, and yeah, the other thing is we now got 4 Jace Mirror Mages. Initially I had 2 Teferis in here, which might still be a great option, but the main reason I chose Jace is because of his interaction with Teferis Ageless Insight. So Jace says, here on the 0 loyalty ability, draw a card and reveal it, remove a number of loyalty counters equal to that card's convert mana cost from Jace Mirror Mage. And we also got Teferis Ageless Insight in our deck, which says if you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Now Teferis Ageless Insight is a replacement effect for Jace's draw effect, which means the 0 loyalty ability of Jace's draw a card and reveal it. And I assume because of this "and" phrasing, this means that this whole sentence gets basically replaced by Teferis Ageless Insight with draw 2 cards. Which means a kick Jace that we have in play, which means a kick Jace gives us 2 Jace, right? Each of those can draw us 2 extra cards each turn, which is just massive. Because the main problem of this deck is actually card draw, and the 4 Jaces plus the Teferis Ageless Insight really work well to handle that problem. Plus the Ageless Insight also synergizes with Dream Trawler. Dream Trawler draws us more cards, and Uro also draws extra cards. And the rest of this deck, Cultivate, Royal Regrowth, is simply just ramp, getting lands on the battlefield, getting those Landfall triggers. And then we got 3 Elspeth Conquered Staff to handle, you know, annoying stuff, get Dream Trawlers back, and so on. So that's the whole idea of this deck, of this more refined version. So let's go into the ladder and just check how well it does. big bird. Okay, so we go second, I assume. Pretty terrible hand. Except if we get a land, we can cast an arrow, but I don't like this hand. This isn't great either, but it might be more manageable. Yeah, I might have to adjust actually our land base. It's very wide and heavy. Yeah, we got the double wide at least. By the way, another nice thing about Jace is that even if you don't have the first agent inside, we can always fly and put a land on top of our deck, and then draw the land for free with the other Teferi, because the land is 0 CMC. That's simple. So there's an argument here to be made to get an island, but I think the regrowth can fix our mana better. Excellent. Just in time. This was a really nice draw. The cool thing is that we can keep a destruction open. Do we block? If we block, he's getting a 3/3. I mean, yeah, this game is probably over for the time being, but we can just sideboard quickly. Yeah, see, okay, he's still got a mana open. Okay, so let's get out first game. Yeah, when I built the stack, it was in the first few days of the expansion, meta was much less aggressive. Let's cut the apparitions, get the shatters in here. And this game is really just about surviving, so really just the shatters. Oh yeah, and the nectar pots, actually want those nectar pots. So just about survive. So let's cut a Jace, cut an inside, oops. And we want all of those nectar pots. Probably cut a, while I get recovery. Just all nectar pots plus 3 Shadow Skies should be fine. As long as we survive, the longer the game goes on, the more value we are going. So that should be fine. I actually quite like this hand. Yeah, because we can get an island. And this way, on the next turn, we can potentially use it to worry disruption. We've seen nectar pot. So, given that we have a nectar pot, let's just play it. And next turn, we either get a basic land, with which we can probably cultivate, or we just play the disruption as land. Awesome. That's really good. So let's get, I think, double plains. Forests are really not that important right now, but this is already looking pretty decent. And the Hellhound can even go, sorry, get through the nectar pot with its 2 attack. Alright, this is looking really solid for us, because now we can just play the filler retreat. Let's think here. Probably good time to play Disruption tapped, because won't find many uses for it anymore. Just one is fine. And actually, next turn we can play Inside plus an Arrow. He can play an Embercleave. I mean, he might have some... might have some kind of buffing, but I'm willing to take that risk. If this way we get rid of the Hellhound. It's actually fine. So here's the cool... oh wait, we actually can play Inside plus the Arrow. I think we play the Inside anyway and just leave a Disruption. Another cat. Because this way we get 2 cards instead of 1 with Arrow, and we're starting to run low on cards. So I think that's reasonable. Okay, there's some Emos. Ooh, a Dream Trawler. Let's just play the Dream Trawler. Buff everything. Because now we can actually block the Elemental, and this is going to be a real problem for him, plus the Dream Trawler, plus the Teferi's Edge Inside. Works really, really well. So that's pretty good. Interesting. Cleansing Wild. Nice. So you can get another trigger. It's actually pretty scary. But the thing is, these don't have trample. You actually can play an Embercleave. I think we just block like this. See, now we can play the Arrow, draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards with Teferi, Dream Trawler. And we're also getting counterfire, so sure. I think I want... do we want cats again? I think the cats are nice for extra blocking. Yeah, but you can see that slowly this deck is really starting to work out. And let's attack with the Troll now, draw 2 more cards. Oh, we didn't give this Vigilance. Yeah, probably should have given it. We gain 9 life. And I think we're getting rid of the Rada here. because she can cover herself quite a lot. Yeah, as you can see, this deck can really lock down decks hard, really hard, because the deck is very similar to the original Field of the Dead decks, where you are a control deck, and generally speaking, control deck is not supposed to have a lot of creatures, right? The control deck is supposed to win some other way, basically saying. But this deck has the control too, so it controls the battlefield while actually generating creatures which are big threats. So you have a control deck which has basically this double threat, so to say, and that's why it's so powerful. Okay, so there's no reason yet to play the failed passages. If you draw forest, you just play it out like that. Now that we didn't draw forest, let's go ahead and pack a passage for forest. So we can play the Uro next turn. And we even got to Shatter the Sky, so that's excellent. Close is annoying, but we got an Elspeth. Also, as with Conquered Staff, also since we got 2 more arrows, just gonna play this out for life, get the card draw. He's gonna exile it, it's fine. But this way you can play Elspeth next turn. Play Elspeth next turn, turn after playing arrows, so we have guaranteed value with the Elspeth Conquered Staff. So it's fine. Gets 4 mana for passage, and a passage gives him also a mana, so he's at 6 mana. What? Okay. Okay. This equip cost of 3. The thing is, we could also just Shatter the Sky. So either way, we need a Plains, right? This always happens, so... We can either Shatter the Sky or exile the Ember Trees. Actually think Shatter the Sky is better, so he doesn't get mana for close. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, and we need to get rid of the closes. We just have to. Oh, our opponent has to turn. That's good. Perfect. Okay, now that she's gone, we can actually play our Uro next turn. No! That's... Whoa. I mean, before she's gone, we can't really do anything. That was a great top deck. Absolutely great. Let's go to this. We can actually... Okay, the proper thing to do is cast Jace. And
Control without empathy.
I guess scribe or draw a card.
Knowledge is a skeleton.
Ageless Insight. I like that a lot. Now hopefully this guy here doesn't kill us, but if he plays a land, it's gonna be a 3-4. And he doesn't kill the Jace. And we get a Felder Retreat. Get a different value from Muro here. Looking pretty solid for us. Okay, let's think. Could go Ageless Insight. Problem is actually that we do not have another forest, so I think. Oh wait. Could draw into a Skyglyph Apparition potentially, so like this. This is actually... I want to play the inside right for 2 extra cards, so... Yeah, Apparition plus a land would really save us here, so... We just draw 2 cards. There is a land, please, but can't do anything with the land. Okay, hopefully we don't die here. And if we don't die, it looks really good because we got a Felder Retreat, Rolling Regrowth, all this stuff. Oh. Oh yes. Yes, please. Oh! And a Sheriff's Guy. Oh! Let's go! Draw 2 cards every turn with 2 berries. Easy game. Okay, so... Gonna shatter. And then I think we should Scoot Swarm. We Scoot Swarm because this is going to start winning us. Yeah, the Scoot Swarm is really going to explode now, and we even got a Felder Retreat to pump all the swarms up. Okay, what can you do? Are they getting Eggman? No. Okay, so let's play the here. Draw 2 cards. Straight. Ooh, there's a swarm. I like it. Yeah, and now see the Jace. That's what I'm talking about. The Jace is drawing us 2 cards every turn. With the Failed Ageless Insight, it's really, it's absolutely nuts, and that's why I love this deck so much. Got a disruption, disrupt him. Love to see that with disruption again. Okay. Very slow start here. Already 4 hours and no. And This card is so good. If you had played a land beforehand. If. Ah, it's beautiful. Maybe we can ask opponents that, but our hand is very passive right now. Ooh, we can play inside. Got something at instant speed. Okay, we got everything going. Best draw would be a Jace next turn. We're up against this new super value deck on that and everything. Yes! Is he running counter stuff? So good news is he can't get this 0. But that's good. Playing a mammoth. Okay, I really like that he's basically out of cards here. That's really good. Hero is... Oh no, we can't cast Hero and Teferi, but since we're also getting out of cards, I think it's very much worth it to wait with the Hero to do 2 cards instead of 1. But he can't instant speed. If he can instant speed, put a nice. But this is looking pretty decent for us. Okay. Why would you tap the white mana? Why would you do that? I guess because I don't have enough. Oh, we got another retreat, I like it. Double retreat with double roiling regrowth. Very good. That's 8 cats right there. So if he attacks, he still doesn't have enough for an arrow. I mean, this isn't so bad for us. If he's... Oh! Yes. Oh, get punished so hard. Oh boy.
Proceed in my stead.
Oh, we actually don't have enough mana. Too bad. Well, that was a big punish for our opponent. Shouldn't have done that. Now he's really in trouble. Well, that's what we get for these bullshit decks. If you play the double roiling, we can cast an arrow. So we just work this way, this way, this way. The first one. No, we actually can't. Because we're missing... Let's just get a forest. Another island here. 2 more cats here. 2 more cats and then 1. Oh no no no! Damn it! The order was wrong, but it's fine. At least we can cast 0. Pass it. This is right. Yeah, let's just. Let's just kill. I think we get 1 more damage. Can even cast the roll. Well. Can throw, okay. I think he can recast the Sparrow now. Yeah, he can. Recast the Sparrow. But now he can recast Zero. Alright, draw the card. But GG. Yeah! Get out of here with your bullshit value deck. We haven't actually seen a lot of adventurous stuff, so the Magistrate is probably not too helpful. Maybe cut a Cultivate. Dispute. I don't think we need to change anything. Mr. King Brent O'Neill. Yeah, let's skip it, we got a row. It's fine. In Uro. Getting the inside. Cultivate is cool because we don't draw land, we cultivate instead of arrowing. So in this case we can actually arrow through the fabled passage. Apparition can be really useful to so let's see. I think we crack the passage for lanes and put down the retreat. And hopefully just start winning the game. Okay. Everybody's running the gates now. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's cultivate. You need an island and a plains. Actually, let's get 2 islands. Should probably use the royal row so that we got enough stuff for our arrow in the graveyard. It's a line of play we can consider. I think let's sack a forest for a forest and plains. I guess we try to cast. Actually, okay, this is what we do. We cast the apparition or try to cast it. If he counters it, we're safe to go with arrow or the inside. Probably go with the inside because we're not under a lot of pressure. So it's better to play the long-term game here. Play inside here. Fine. Getting the 3-3 back. And we got to play the inside. Okay. Now the thing about the apparition is we can only target non-token presence, right? Okay. Well, is this GG? I mean, the only way he can handle it is a Eugene, and he's at 4 mana. So really, who cares, right? Okay, let's regrowth, and I want to get another island and another plains. Island, plains. actually running low on lands. So play the inside. Play the arrow. Hopefully draw 2 cards. Cool. Probably shouldn't have played that land actually. And I actually wanna go... I wanna go face, let's get rid of the Brazen Horror. I just wanna end the game here. And Skyglide Vibration is just so dope. I could even see this being played in a white weenie deck. This is actually good for us because I think our opponent doesn't realize that our stuff is still getting exiled. Cards. Alright, we got a Felder Retreat in hand, we got everything we needed to win, so that's the deck. I really like it, can be quite powerful. I, use a lot of cards you usually don't see, like the Furious Ages Insight, so hope you guys enjoyed the games, and I see you guys on next video.